I've prayed, I've fasted, I've cried until I couldn't breathe. I've begged God to make me strong enough to carry what was breaking me. And then everything still fell apart. I came across a Facebook post recently that said, "You think God won't put more on you than you can bear, but he will, so he can show you that he'll bear it for you." And I thought, maybe they've never been where I've been. Probably where some of you have been too.
Viewer discretion and discernment advised.
It sounds good. It sounds hopeful. But when you're the one buried under the rubble of unanswered prayers, phrases like that don't heal. They hurt. So let's talk about this idea. Where does it come from? And more importantly, what does the Bible actually say? You've heard it before. God won't give you more than you can handle. But here's the truth. That is not in the Bible. People often point to 1 Corinthians 10:13, but that verse is talking about temptation, not suffering. That verse says God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can handle. It's about resisting sin, not enduring grief, trauma, or soul-crushing pain. When we tell people they should be able to handle it because God wouldn't give them more, we make them feel like failures when they can't. That's not encouragement, people. That's spiritual gaslighting. When cliches fail, we need truth. And not the kind of truth pulled out of context. We need the kind that stands even when life falls apart. So let's open the Word together and look at the moments where even God's chosen were brought to their knees. 2 Corinthians 1:8. We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, so that we despaired of life itself. That's Paul, saying he couldn't handle it. And why did God allow that? Paul tells us this happened that we might not rely on ourselves, but on God, who raised the dead. Job didn't just suffer losing things. He lost everything. His children, his health, his wealth. God allowed it, not to comfort him right away, but to test him, refine him, and silence the voice of the accuser. Matthew 26:38. My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. Even Jesus himself was overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. So no, you're not weak if you're overwhelmed. You're not faithless if you're barely standing. The Bible doesn't promise strength to avoid the storm. It promises purpose in it. Let's look at some of the deeper reasons God allows us to be overwhelmed. To move us out of a place, relationship, or comfort zone that no longer serves his purpose, or maybe where we should never have been in the first place. To redirect us when our plans don't align with his. To refine us, just as fire purifies gold, trials purify faith. To reveal what we're relying on. Is it him or our own strength? To test our faith. Not for him to see, because he already knows, but for us to know what's truly there. To display his strength, so we can say with Paul, when I am weak, then I am strong. They left something out of that Facebook post. Because even knowing there's a purpose doesn't erase the pain. And here's where the conversation often stops short. What about the mourning? What about the sorrow that lingers long after the trial ends? That's where the real struggle begins, isn't it? And we need to talk about it. Ecclesiastes 3 says there's a time for everything, including a time to weep. Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. He's not just there to carry the load. He's there to sit with you when it's already fallen on you. So if you're sitting in that aftermath, surrounded by silence and trying to make sense of what's left, please hear this next part. You're not disqualified. You are not abandoned. This might be the very place God meets you most deeply. God will give you more than you can bear, but because he wants to break through. Not to break you for nothing, but to break open the walls between you and him. And maybe today is the day you stop carrying it alone. Because the truth is, Christ is not just watching from afar. He is near. He is calling. He is ready to lift what you were never meant to carry alone. He is Savior not just in eternity, but right here, in your pain, in your surrender, in this very moment. I'm Erin Patrick, and this has been Bite-Sized Sermons. Oh, and if you haven't already seen it, I have a video about what Paul actually said about women. Did he really want them to stay silent in the church? Or have we misunderstood him this whole time?